Hmm. Arc Encounter. I woke up yesterday and wrote a poem. I was going to say goodbye to Jenny and not come back for like 48 hours. And so that didn't actually happen. I ended up coming back because they changed it. I was going to go in a hotel for a night for work related things. And so, anyway, wanted to share this poem. And it's not, poems aren't meant to be read silently, you know, and you can't read them correctly the first time because we don't have a system that I know of where you can know what to emphasize and what not to emphasize. On this particular poem, for whatever reason, you have to emphasize the third word in several of these in order for it to sound right. And I used to count syllables and stuff, and I realized things can sound good without the syllables having to match up perfectly numerically. You know, I counted on one of these just to see what was going on, and there was one where it was 12 and 11. So anyway, here we go. There's a three-letter word I just don't like to say. I don't like what it means when one must go away. My aversion to loss must be way off the charts when a loved one, or like one, of any departs. Whether shortly or longly, I care not the span. There's no such thing as goodbye, so I'm not a fan. I don't think it's witty, cute, cool, hip, or smart when one whips out those words when one's way does depart. Please don't say it to me, and please don't ask me why. If we can't be together, at least don't say bye. I won't think it, or spell it, or say it, or read it, don't want it, don't wish it, won't have it, don't need it. On this thing I'm certain, you know I don't lie. I don't want any part of that saying goodbye. This went through a whole process of writing all of these individually and then rearranging them, and then I cut out two of the verses. Sometimes you have to cut out some things, even if they're decent verses. A, a good or a less than good verse will take away from an excellent poem. So less is more. I'm going to read the cut verses. I may or I may not have one lifelong mission to do what I can to avoid that contrition. If we're placing our chips and we're making a bet, I'll place mine on the table against that regret. Now, those flow very well, but they don't quite fit. When you zoom out and you look at it, um, they're kind of a diversion from the theme. That's what I felt. But I always like to keep them at the end. So I thought about one day I'm going to write or put together a poetry book. And this will probably be the last one on there because goodbye. Yeah. My printer works now. I've had this printer for 4 years, probably closer to 5 since we've been in the house. And I never got the air print feature to work, so we would always print through Google or online. And anyway, I was forced, because for some reason Google changed or whatever, and I wasn't able to do that. I had to go back and figure out how to get the air print feature to work. And I had to download some software onto the computer and on the phones, and then it works. Anyway, that's completely irrelevant. My voice sounds so good this morning, I think. I usually have allergies for certain things, and it messes up my throat. And to be able to have a crisp voice like this is a blessing that I wish I could have every single day. Maybe it's an annoying sound to you, but to me, it's like, it feels so great. But anyway, that's all I've got, and don't say goodbye. I was on the phone with my sister the other day, and she had seen the poem and stuff, and uh, I had accidentally said goodbye a couple of times when we were, giving our adieus. And that was funny. Totally botched that up. What did I call it? Outro. Botched up my outro. So anyway, later.